Swavey family, welcome to our first episode of our new podcast called Swavey Talk. My name is Marlena.
I'm Rob G's.
And we are on episode 1 of our podcast. We're super excited. We have about 6 questions that we had sent in to us. We're going to go ahead and answer that today and then just kind of start off with, the rest of our podcast and our new journey with it. So we hope you guys enjoy it. Stay tuned in. It's going to be a lot of fun. And here we go.
The first question that we had that we're normally getting is what made us start Swavey?
And Swavey Swavey started in 2019. But RJ here had the idea years prior to that. And when we just met with my background and his background, we kind of just decided to give it a go. We started writing a business plan and had our first launch in September of 2019. First launch was really good, but it was kind of basic for us, I guess. We didn't really know what we were doing, of course. But that's how it came about. But like I said, he originally had the idea years prior.
So what really kind of like started Swavey was back at Indiana University. It kind of really originated from back as a child, like I wasn't always the person that had, the sauce. I always had the money to really get drippy, really just, put on the designer clothes on, put on the new Jordans, the new Air Forces, the new clothes. And when I got older, I got the money, so I decided that I was always going to get Swavey. And back at school, everybody used to always say I would get saucy. So that's originally where it came from. Like I would always try to put on the freshest clothes. It doesn't matter if I was going to the gym or if I was going to church or if I was just stepping outside to take a walk. I was always trying to get Swavey. So that's kind of like where it came from.
Who came up with the name Swavey?
All right, so I came up with the name Swavey back in Indiana. It originally started out as Swave. The idea was kind of tough. Not that they was doing anything with it, but I came up with the name Swavey because whether I was drinking or stepping outside, I was always trying to get saucy. And Swavey was just kind of like the word for me. Whether I was going to church, I was going to class, whether I was going to the gym, I was always trying to be saucy. So that's kind of like where the name came from. And Swavey, it's everything, like you can say Swavey, like I'm feeling Swavey, like I just got Swavey. How you feeling? I'm feeling Swavey, like I consistently just say Swavey, and that's my word. What Swavey stands for with me is basically just simple. It means family. We just one big family. Everybody that's modeled with us, show us, ever been an ambassador, anybody that's ever grabbed Swavey, Swavey just one big family, and that's what Swavey means with me.
For me, Swavey stands for anything. I think it's an adjective. Have a Swavey day. You look Swavey. Stay Swavey. Forever Swavey. Those are kind of the things that we say. Those are our phrases when we use the word Swavey. But Swavey is everything. And it can mean anything you want it to be. For us, it's always something positive.
Why did we start the podcast? Honestly, I felt like we started the podcast because we wanted you guys to get to know us more. I feel like that we need to be inclined with our customers and the people that are consistently watching Swavey. We wanted to bring in that foot traffic and really just, bring people into our day-to-day lives. We're going to drop these every single day, every other day. I haven't really tried to figure out how many times we're going to drop it a week, but we want you guys to stay tapped in and just kind of see what we have going on.
Yeah, with the podcast, a podcast is just another outlet for Swavey. Of course, we have the clothing brand and now the podcast, Swavey Talk, and it's just another layer underneath Swavey in the process of us building a Swavey empire, which is essentially, our goal. The 5th question we have is, did you have support/success right away?
Definitely did not. I feel like that even with the music and everything else in my life, we definitely didn't have the support. We're still obviously inclining to have more support. The more we stay consistent, and over the years and over the time, we still consistently put work in. But definitely didn't have any support. That's still changing, but that's it kind of expected when you're doing anything as an entrepreneur with a day-to-day business.
Yeah, just to piggyback off of what he said, we did not have support right away. I don't think people really took us seriously that we were doing it, which to us just fueled our fire more. And definitely over the past, 2 years since Swavey has, been up and running, we've definitely had more support over the years and more people paying attention and taking a liking to it. But again, that's normal. No one ever believes what, All right, so our last question is, what is our overall goal with Swavey?
I feel like our overall goal is just like anybody that's an entrepreneur, Diddy from the Sean Johns, to the Louis Vuittons, to the Gucci, but obviously we're more of a culture, so I think my overall goal is just to build an empire and get everybody in the world Swavey.
Yeah, I mean, like he said, Swavey means family to him, and, Swavey is something we're really passionate about, so our goal is to build an empire, for it to be as successful as it possibly can, not only for us, but, for anybody else out there that is wanting to start their own clothing brand, but just not knowing how to go about it. This is also, motivation for them to, just put the worry aside and, just buckle down and get it done no matter what people think about you. And, I can honestly say within the next 5 years or so, you guys will be surprised at where Swavey is.
Facts. So with that being said, guys, stay forever Swavey.
Thank you for tuning in. First episode down, little rocky, but we will come back better in our second. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss it.
Yeah, and right away, so you always stay Swavey.